Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Othercide. Now, I had a look at the mission, the Shore of Giants. I did some quick number, just calculation. There's no easy way to do the mission, but sometimes the mission will be easier than others. Like sometimes the the scavengers don't appear and it's something else.
Give life to our daughters.
Also, it's absolutely critical.
Please, guide her well.
It's absolutely
Give
critical
life to our daughters.
that hold on a second. After I create these daughters, it's absolutely critical in the beginning of that mission to have mostly level 5 characters, and try to have characters that are mostly level 5. If you don't have level 5 characters, that mission becomes very difficult. Don't do that mission unless it's the only mission.
What more must we sacrifice
And then
before the end?
then bring a strongest team. Now that mission isn't difficult, but it requires a very careful timeline management. And also, you need to move up very quickly. You either make it or you don't make it. It requires very fast movement. It requires you just to charge up there. But the problem is it's difficult to do.
How many have died to appease suffering's ambition? How many more?
I almost got out of that one. That mission sucks. It is very, very difficult. So don't do it with low-level daughters, and don't do it with daughters that are injured. What I should have done is heal Jill. Yeah. And also try to kill the infected as soon as possible. Try to kill the infected and the maggot enemy, but especially in the infected enemy, as soon as possible. Do not wait even a turn longer, because use whatever you can. Use interception shot, use saving grace to do it. It's very, very important, because the infected, it kind of causes you to lose armor, and perpetually you go down from there.
Memories of another life. Guard
Yeah,
them well.
it's very much critical.
One less to plague the innocent. The doctor has sent a new atrocity.
Yeah, it's very critical that you do this. And Wrathful Rain is useful. So we're gonna still do the full Soul Slinger, 3 Blade Master and 3 Shield Bearer. The Blade Master is very important. Having more Blade Master is very important. It's kind of critical. Yeah, it's very, very important.
Progress has its setbacks.
So, and also in that Shore of Giants mission, Wrathful Rain is not as good as Shadow Rounds. It's even better to do it with 3 shooters. That's also okay. But I think a Shield Bearer will be nice just to tank. So you need to advance up very quickly. Alternatively, you just advance up slowly.
Danger passes.
You just do it very, very slowly. You keep gap between the enemy, but if you do that,
we will slow suffering's progress.
If you advance up slowly, there's also penalties. Basically, there's no easy way around it. You need to move up. Well, you need to move up at a reasonable pace. And
let suffering try to ruin us. We stand ready to fight.
you don't need to fight all the enemies, though. You can just simply ignore them. Yeah, if you want to ignore them, you can do that. Yeah, you can simply ignore them and move up.
We must prepare
Even you
to
can
pay
ignore
any
the
price.
maggot enemy. You can do that. But then enemies start chasing you from the back. It becomes very difficult. But you really just have to move out. And you have enough initiatives to do so. But you might lose a daughter if you're not careful. See, the Shore of Giants is... I don't understand. That mission's just... I feel like it's very difficult for me.
Here the legions invaded.
It's very
and
difficult for me.
dragged this city into purgatory. Whatever we can to prevent this torture.
Progress has its setbacks. A clean cut.
The doctor has sent a new atrocity. Shatter them. They collect pieces of broken souls. doctor has sent a new atrocity. Shatter them. Whatever we can to prevent this torture. How foolish my fears. Whatever we can to prevent this torture. Come what may, we will slow suffering's progress. Suffering has lost the link here. For now. What memory has this agony uncovered? Give life to our daughters. Please, guide her well. Now, unleash her on any who stand in her way.
Hello, how's it going? How are you? I'm doing well, by the way. So, I've been playing this game, but I failed a couple of times.
You wouldn't want my scalpel to slip into innocent flesh.
I failed a couple of times, but this morning I did manage to beat the final boss. I managed to beat the final boss with all daughters alive. I also managed to beat the final boss with a game that I ran in Iron Man mode. Well, I mean, you can't run the game in Iron Man mode, but I did it without... Basically, I didn't reset any missions.
What came next? An abomination.
When you fail a mission, when you're about to fail a mission, you can quit to the menu and reset it. I didn't do that. I didn't do that for this particular run, and I also beat the final boss as well. In addition to that, I did it without any remembrance, and there was also a bug that stopped me from getting any stopped me from equipping any memories. Basically, memories are like buffs. So I couldn't equip any I couldn't equip any additional buffs as well. So it was a great it was kind of a good victory. Yeah, it was a really good win, basically. I couldn't believe I did it. Because the final boss requires you to have a specific type of memory. It stops the boss from delaying you on the timeline. The boss has an AoE delay, so he can indefinitely delay you on the timeline. Well, not indefinitely, but continuously delay you. And I couldn't equip that buff because for some reason, I don't know if it's a bug, but it feels like it is a bug because there are no other reasons why it would have happened. So, yeah. So
Striking.
I was surprised I managed to beat the game.
Memories of another life.
I did
Guard
lose
them
one
well.
character. Chris did get killed during that run, during that particular boss battle. So I fought the boss twice, each on a different run. Yeah, each on a different run. And I succeeded. The first one, each on a different run. The first one, I succeeded.
Impressive.
So the first one, I succeeded without losing a single daughter on the boss battle. The second run, I didn't succeed. Because, the game
Memories
sort
of
of bugged
another
out
life.
and I wasn't
Guard
able to
them
equip
well.
a certain memory. But I was still able to beat the boss without, on the first try, without resetting the game. And for the whole campaign, I did it with Iron Man mode, so that was really good. For that particular campaign, I didn't reset any missions, so it was really good. So I'm just continuing to play the game. At the moment, I'm continuing to play the game. Oops. See, I made a mistake there. No idea why I did that. I meant to kill that person with Chris. Yeah, I make stupid mistakes like that all the time. Just trying to improve on my record and not make stupid mistakes like that. Okay, Joe, you don't need to do anything. Chris, you need to do something.
Flawless.
Yeah, not sure why I just put Cindy there and got her killed. I have no idea why I did that. So that was a stupid thing to do. So
Come what
Yeah,
may,
probably
we
still
will slow
okay.
suffering's progress. We've awoken from one nightmare, but we may soon live another.
Why don't we just heal Cindy? It's not necessary. Let's just heal Cindy. Enemy. Amy? Why I call her
feel
enemy?
her light grow
Amy.
stronger. Give life to our daughters. Please,
Ada?
guide her well. Now,
Yeah,
unleash
make some
her
stupid
on
mistakes
any
again.
who stand in her way.
So there's still a couple of missions I'm struggling. That I'm not
Suffering manifests
I'm not
again.
able to beat.
We must rise
So,
to face it.
I'm just working on those missions as well. There's one particular mission. It's a rescue
must
mission in
prepare
the
to pay
Shore of
any
Giants.
price.
I cannot seem to beat that mission. Like there was a game, it was on the 5th week, and I tried to do that mission. I was only able to get 3 out of 4 daughters out of that mission, no matter how many times I've tried. And I didn't have a crappy team. I had a reasonably strong team. Yeah, I had probably the strongest team
As
in
the
that
plague
playthrough,
ravaged the city,
and I couldn't get out of
trapped
it
the healthy within.
because of how many freaking annoying enemies there were. And then enemies catch up to you quick. Like, they catch up to you quickly. Like, they don't muck around. So, you know, they don't like go, yeah, that. They don't muck around at all. They catch up to you very quickly. So. All right. Right, so you just stay here. Okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm gonna gamble this. I hope it pays off. Yeah, there's still some missions that I couldn't do. There was also a penance mission in the chapel on the 5th week. That was also insanely difficult.
One less to plague the innocent. What new horrors must we face?
Yeah, there was still missions that I couldn't do.
You can't stop progress.
It's
The
just
cure
too
will be
difficult.
found.
Well, it's not too difficult. I'm not sure. They just I
Memories of
couldn't get
another
out of
life.
those situations. There was
Guard
just
them well.
situations that I don't know how to get out of. And
They worship torture.
I tried it,
Call it science.
and it just does not work. Yeah, and it was just like, how to explain
Whatever
it?
we can to prevent this torture.
It doesn't matter what you did. It doesn't matter how well I played, how well I
Memories of
managed
another life.
my each move.
Guard them well.
There were some missions that was just nearly impossible. But there is a way to do it. Like
What
there are
new
ways to
horrors
do
must
those
we
missions.
face?
It doesn't mean they're impossible. They're not impossible to do.
The veil grows weaker. His power stronger. No mercy. Memories of another life. Guard them well. One less to plague the innocent.
Yeah, there was some missions that were just so difficult, and I didn't
Memories
know
of
how
another
to.
life. Guard them well.
I don't know how to beat them. Like it was just there were in situations that I will go like, well, there's no way I can do this. It was pretty much like that.
More of his doctors. Or should I say acolytes?
Like now. So many enemies on board, you know. There's so many enemies. And there's no easy way to get out of this. Look how many plague butchers there are. Wow. Yeah, and but but sometimes you just it just requires a little bit of like luck. Sometimes you will get into a mission, you're like, oh, okay, I just managed to make it, and from then onwards it's just continuously I was able to beat it, you know. I didn't need to try any harder, you know?
Whatever we can to prevent this torture.
Yeah, these guys have very high initiative, so you need to be careful. Yeah, these guys have very high initiative, so you just be careful. So I'm just trying to defeat as many enemies as I can before I leave. So let's get out of here. Nah, too risky.
Shred them down. Whatever we can to prevent this torture.
Okay, good. Otherwise, I just armor buff. You know? Otherwise, I just armor buff. Either way, I was gonna get out of there without any trouble. But that was okay. There was only plate butchers. Probably I can kill all of them. There's like certain missions, survival missions, right? I just wonder what would happen if you defeat all the enemies. There's also a mission. There was also a penance mission that had a bug, and I died because of the bug. Yeah. Well, it's not I died because of bug. The game would not allow me to complete the mission. Basically, I was the only, unit that was alive. So there was no other enemies alive. I kind of just got stuck in the mission. It was just an infinite loop. And yeah, that was annoying.
Take away his tools of torture.
And there was nothing I could do. Basically what happens is I defeated all the enemies on the map. There was no enemy, but the game will not let me complete the mission because I need to defeat more enemies in order to complete the mission. So, but there was no enemies on the map, so that was super annoying.
These statues remember no victory, no heroes, only pain.
Shield bearer's uses are limited. Okay, there's just these guys. Okay, good to know. And there's a whole lot of enemies spawning in. It's great.
Exquisite.
They're called curse therapists. So you know they're serious when they have a name like that.
One less to plague
Now,
the
even
innocent.
though I'm one-shotting them, I'm completely not sure that I can do this because there are 12 enemies.
Will the poor one's suffering never end?
Bleed them dry.
It might be a good idea to focus predominantly on the Ravengers. Maybe just put myself here. They're target locking me. I'm not scared. You're target locked.
I revel in her strength.
Do we need shadow rounds? It would be nice. It would be nice. I can't really do anything.
They collect pieces of broken souls.
Ah, they're going for Ada. Cool. That's good to know. The initiative is very high, so...
Another terror to haunt us. Shred them down. A bitter victory. Memories of another
Okay,
life.
at least now we know who they're
Guard
attacking.
them well.
Alright, good to know. Okay, just run as far back as possible. Run back as far as possible because they might catch up to Ada, they might not. I don't know. They might catch up. And they might not. They are higher priority.
Impressive.
Target.
You can't stop progress. The cure will be found.
Cool. What about if you don't find the cure? What happens then? There's a reason why I'm doing this. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Backstab. Okay,
Exquisite.
those guys, those little enemies are very good at dodging. And
What new horrors must we face?
I was just to make sure that they don't dodge. Well, they can't dodge.
Shred them down. They worship torture and call it science.
There's
What
no other
new
places
horrors
he
must
can
we
go.
face?
He has to go that place. So, and he's going to die for it. That's Plague Butcher.
How foolish my fears.
Always go for the flank shot. Yeah, the damage is good. Target lock me? Cool. I thought he might do that.
Whatever we can to prevent this torture.
We'll get Chu to shoot him. No, if Chu can't kill him, we'll get Ada to do it. Actually,
Shatter
having
them.
higher level Soul Slinger is very important. Whilst Blade Master does damage, Soul Slinger is very important because they provide support. Actually, the only unit that I find less useful is a Shield Bearer. There are many situations where you can get away without using a Shield Bearer, provided you have the correct memory and correct setup. Most of the time, you
Let
don't
her
need
flourish.
a Shield Bearer.
Another threat has come to an
So-
end. This
Lightning Strike. Maybe I go with Immovable Stance. You know, those little guys come towards me, and I get to whack them in the face. Yeah, but then we will be less useful. So, I don't know.
This so-called doctor has revealed himself. What memory has this agony uncovered?
Sam mission, I'm guessing. So we bring Chu. The Dark Corner. Actually, I think this one I may need a Shield Bearer. I may need one.
We must prepare to pay any price.
So I need to create some more daughters as well because I only have a 6-member team, and that's not good. Now it's important to get your daughters to level 2 before the second, as many daughters to level 2 as before the second era.
Joy will walk these streets again.
Otherwise, it will become very, very difficult to beat the remaining missions.
One less to plague the innocent.
Okay. That guy would die, obviously. He's trying to target lock me. He's trying, he can try. Okay, those guys put themselves in a very bad position. And they will die. Likely they are going to die.
I revel in her strength.
Move out to fight those guys. And Chris
Memories of
will just set
another
up
life.
for a massive
Guard
attack.
them well.
Imbued blade. Actually, you know, shield bash, it's really not that useful. I actually find, I would think it would be better if shield bash only cost
Strike.
20 AP. Because shield bash only pushes enemy 5 tiles. It's useful.
Exquisite.
There are situations where it's useful, I have to admit, but it's not like something.
A bitter victory.
It's not something I would actively use. That's all. You know, Blacksmith's Grace is so useful, particularly tanking. After the second era, it's less useful, but it's still useful. It's still usable. There's still uses for it, so.
Another terror to haunt us. How foolish my fears.
That's good. We can finish this soon. These are in the third week they are hunters.
They
The hunters
worship
become
torture
reapers.
and call it science.
And they become very, very strong. Okay, this will be the last mission for today. And then that's it. Shu is very strong. Alright, you guys made the same mistake again. So he can't dodge.
Whatever we can to prevent this torture. Shatter them.
Alright, well done everyone. And that's it. Did the game just freeze? Okay, good, good. I thought the game froze because the game was tickling the thing and then it was frozen. The loading thing was completely frozen.
May the plague end as
great.
surely. It is done.
Anyway, thanks all for
But what
watching. I do
falls
appreciate
today
you. Thanks for
may
joining
rise
the stream,
again.
Nemo. And I'll see you again another time. Bye for now.